your business to fish today. I'm telling you, man, some things are a little bit different. If you notice, we got a little bit of different background. We moved some stuff around. There's new lights that I'm kind of getting used to, and things that are going. Jonathan got a haircut. I just don't know what to think. Things are just changing and kind of going that way, man. As I'm telling you, it's just awesome. This things are going on. It's a beautiful day today, and we're just looking at so many nice, great things that are going on. So we got a great guest today. Juan. Man, it's funny. My friend Austin referred Juan to me today. We had somebody had to reschedule at the last minute, and I didn't know who Juan was at first, and I knew him, and he and I have been talking about some other business ventures, things he was doing, and I didn't really know about his fabrication business, and so I really can't wait to share with you that. We're going to show some of his the work he's done and what's been going on there. So let's get in and talk a little bit about teaching your business to fish and what we're looking at. If you guys haven't been following me, get us on the Teach Your Business to Fish Facebook page. Get out there. We got that Facebook page, business owners and executives that love to hunt and fish. If you're a business owner, we'd love to have you come on in there. We've got the book coming out, Teach Your Business to Fish, 8 strategies to catching more clients. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming out, and it's just awesome. And that's what we want to see is, everybody's there, and I've been talking to a lot of people lately, and we're hearing a lot of ho-hum and this and that because of, what's going on here politically. And as business owners, as small business owners, we've got to realize that what's going on politically, it especially on the national level, doesn't affect us as much as we think it does. What we see on the national level is they set the rules for us to abide by. And so we've got to figure out how to take those rules and win the game. Those of you may have watched Monday night. There was the college football national championship. We had Ohio State and Alabama playing, and they both played the game differently. They understand the rules, but how you run your offense and defense is way different by your understanding of the rules and how you can go out and succeed within those limits. And those are the things that we want to be looking at. I've been talking to a lot of business owners in the last 2 weeks, and one of the things that they've really been hitting on is processes. I've had a couple clients, and we've been talking processes. Why are they important? And the reason they're important is, as a small business owner, if you remember last week we had Colleen and Andy on, and they talked about helping businesses, sell. One of the things that helps you increase the value of your business is well-documented systems and processes. Well-documented systems and processes allows a company to function. All right, it allows it to function whether the owner's there or not. One of my buddies, Mike Stoddard, we're looking to go fishing with him this weekend. We just heard today that, we think we're going to get about a 25, 26 hour window. We're going to be able to he's got a badass boat, and we're going to go off of shore 80, 90, 100 miles. And we got a 26 to 30 hour weather window that we're hoping to get out there this weekend and catch some tuna, hopefully catch some marlin and catch some wahoo. But we're trying to put together, and Mike's trying to put together a team that's a team of fishermen that hopefully we can go compete in some tournaments going on. And so to do that, we've got to become a well-oiled machine. We've got to have the understanding what the captain does at certain times, what the mate does at certain times, what the fisherman does, how we do these things, how do we prepare the baits, how do we prepare the lures, how do we prepare this? We've got to get everything together so everybody knows what their roles are and how to do it. I've been watching probably a little bit too much TV lately, like everybody, and I've seen some really great things. And I've been watching. I'm not really a car guy, but in the last 2 weeks, I watched Ford versus Ferrari, and then I watched a documentary on Carroll Shelby and how they put the team together to beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans and move forward into the limelight of auto racing and being successful. And it was all about putting a quality team together and bringing the best people together to help you achieve these things. And that's a lot of what I've been doing in my business. I've been going out, I've hired a consultant to help me do some new things. My friend Marisha, she's awesome, really helping me. I've got Elise that you maybe heard me talk about. She's really helping me on the things that I don't do well. She's way more detailed oriented. I'm not. I'm scattered brain, big picture. This is what I do. She keeps me on target, making sure I get the stuff that I need to get done when it needs to get done. And that sounds stupid and it sounds repetitive, but that's what I need to do. And that, yeah, Jonathan just put up that stuff in this Ford versus Ferrari stuff. And, it's just watching it. It's just like so cool on how these teams, they work together, what they had to do, how they had to do it, how they had to do it quickly. We talk a lot about you have to do things quickly and make it happen. And dude, that's one of my favorite scenes when they beat the crap out of each other and the guy's wife just pulls up a Coke and sits there and watches it. It's awesome. But these are the things that we need to do as business owners is we need systems and processes, and we need to put these things in place. So when we get talking to Juan today, we're gonna talk about his business, how he came here and started his business, how he's successful in taking things to his clients and getting some more things out there. And it's really interesting. And these are the things that we've got to know as business owners. And, so there's several of you on here today, Tina and William, man, it's glad seeing you on the Facebook Live. If you're, we're, like I said, we're on Now Media Channel 21, but I also stream this live on my Facebook when we actually record it. It'll actually go on to Now Media TV at 3 o'clock. But we wanted to get you guys to see this, and we wanted to be able to, for you guys to see what's going on and kind of go from there. I'm telling you right now, I'm just like messing around. The cameras, I don't know where to look and when to look right now. I don't see myself the way that I need to, but we'll figure it out. It's all going to get better. It's all going to get good. So we about ready to wrap this thing up. So we're going to wrap it up. We're going to go to break. We're going to bring Juan on, and we're going to talk about, building a business here in Houston, what's going on, what's made him successful, and, go from there. So Houston, we'll be back in a little bit. This is Michael Rager, your business guy, teach your business to fish. We'll see you in a minute.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
This pandemic has decimated the economy, especially small business. Restaurants are closing, retailers are calling it quits, owners, managers, and sales reps wonder, is this the new normal? They are worried about their companies and their future. Bounce Back Westchase is here to help. Multiple companies, as well as public officials, have teamed up to reinvigorate Houston businesses with Bounce Back Westchase, which can be found at bouncebackwestchase.com. Bounce Back Westchase is a completely free of charge platform where any company in Houston can boost, get exposure, and bring new customers to their business. There are 3 easy steps to helping you get new customers. 1. Log on to bouncebackwestchase.com and click Sign Up to get new customers. 2. Fill out your company details. 3. Create a Bounce Back offer or discount. Your information will then be sent out to thousands of potential customers and clients on a weekly basis. Bounce Back Westchase is a completely free local initiative from Minuteman Press Westchase, City Council members Tiffany D. Thomas and Greg Travis, State Congressman Jim Murphy and Gene Wu, Now Media Radio, the Houston West Chamber of Commerce, and the Westchase District. Get your company signed up, get new customers, and let's bounce back together.
If you are a real estate agent and are looking for a reliable cleaning company to keep your houses for sale or rental properties impeccable, Sierra Cleaning Services is your solution. With more than 15 years of experience, Sierra Cleaning Services has been the company of reference for real estate agents in the areas of Houston, Katy, Cinco Ranch, Cypress, and the Woodlands. Sierra Cleaning Services include residential, commercial, and office cleaning, window and debris removal during all phases of construction projects, and cleaning homes and offices before and after the tenants move out. Contact Alfredo Sierra at 439-8157 today and let Sierra Cleaning Services be your partner in your cleaning project.
Hey, we're back. This is Michael Rager, your business guide, and I got Juan Espindola. I will not say it anywhere near as cool as you do, my friend. How are you doing today,
Michael, very well. Thank you very much for having me here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
No, man, I'm Austin. I'm glad our buddy Austin said you were available today. So, and tell us a little bit about your business. I mean, I know you from one company, but we're going to talk about another one today for a little bit. Tell us about that company, because I mean, you sent me some photos of some of the ironwork that you do, and that stuff is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about the company. Why'd you start it? When you started it? You know, give us a little history.
So I started this by accident, actually. So it was 2004. I was selling insurance, and I was watching how the whole thing was developing, and I hired somebody to build me a stir railing at home.
Okay.
And it was a disaster. But before, I was an expert in risk management and loss control, underwriting, metal mechanics. So I always thought I want to have one. So basically, I opened a little bitty shop just for fun and built me my staircase. And then, hey, who did it? So I went into a partnership with another guy. He told me, Juan, I can weld a ship. You sell, I weld.
Okay.
Done. 14 jobs after, everything was a disaster. Completely, from the A to the Z.
Okay.
So, and the guy didn't want to straighten up what he did. So basically, I just went on my way, went back to these 14 clients, and told them that I was going to replace everything.
Right.
They couldn't believe that I was doing that.
Right.
But I did it. And actually, that was what catapults me into what I would say the birth of Iron Top Designs.
Okay. So you had these massive failures. You brought this guy on, and he just screwed everything up.
Correct.
And how? When that was what? 2004, you said?
2004.
2004.
Correct.
So you went from that. Now Jonathan's showing your website right now.
Oh,
here.
thank you, Jonathan.
Now we're seeing these beautiful, intricate, fabricated stairwells and doors and stuff like this. I mean, how did you go find more people? Because you had somebody that screwed you up. How did you go find new people to help you really take the business to the next level?
Well, think about this. Those 14 people, at the end of the day, started recommending me right and left.
Right.
And it just became a multiplier. So 3 months after, I had a 2,500 square feet shop with 5 guys.
5 guys, okay.
And on 2006, I had a 25,000 square feet facility with 35 employees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. The mission has been always the same. Iron Top Designs doesn't sell doors or stair railings. No. What we sell is reliability.
Okay.
Well done, one time.
Okay.
That's it.
So that was obviously when you started looking at that. When I go talk to my clients about their product or service, we look at 2 things. We know our clients have 2 issues. There's something that they want, there's something that they have that they don't want, and there's something that they want that they don't have.
Correct.
So they're coming in, and how does your business solve those problems? And that's what they have, because when they're coming in and wanting to beautify their home, they don't know where to go, do they?
No. And they have an idea, but they don't have a clue what in reality they want.
Right.
So how do we address it? I met with my client. I make an X-ray of their house as soon as I walk in. So I see what's the style of the house. Then I listen to them. And at that point, we if we get into contract, what I tell them is, okay, we are going to draw your idea or the way we interpret your idea on real scale.
Okay.
Not on a piece of paper,
Right.
but real scale.
Real scale. Okay.
And we send you the picture, and you approve it or change it.
Okay.
So that cuts all the potential problems of, oops, this is not what I wanted.
Right. Right.
You fail or whatever. So we are very meticulous in that. We elaborate samples when it's a very difficult job first
Right.
for approvals. And we start manufacturing, and we keep the clientele updated
Okay.
on the process.
Okay.
There are times before COVID-19 that clients were coming to the shop because the majority of them, they have never seen a blacksmith working.
Right.
Imagine forging a very scrolly staircase.
Right. Right. Right.
So I used to invite them when we were working on the pieces so they could see how we manufactured.
Right. Right. Right.
So
right.
it was actually very exciting for them and for me to have them there.
So you got any of that video of those guys working on your website?
Oh, yeah.
Do you? I mean,
Oh, not on the website.
not on the
no.
website. Oh man, that'd be great. Oh.
I need to update
See,
it.
that's why you need to hire me, Juan. I got
Yes,
those good
yes.
ideas. I tell everybody, I get one good idea a day. I hope somebody's around to hear it.
Exactly.
So how did you? How many minutes do we got here, Jonathan? I want before I go into a deep story. Do I got what 3, 4, 5 minutes? Okay, we got 5 minutes. So how did you scale from 2,500, 5 employees and 2,500 square feet to 35 employees? What was that like scaling a business?
It was actually done in a very meticulous way
Okay.
because I understood that if I was trying to shoot to the stars, everything was going to fall apart.
Right.
So what happened is that due to word of mouth and also starting to work with the top builders and interior designers in town, they started demanding more and more and more.
Right.
So one of the steps that I did is that I signed a blanket contract with some of them to make sure that business was coming to the shop.
Right.
So because 35 guys payroll is equal, I remember in 2008 or 9, my payroll was $750,000
Right.
per year.
Yeah. So you needed some.
So yeah, it's $750,000.
$750,000, and we're not even talking about revenue needing to come in for cost of goods sold.
No.
We're not talking supplies. We're not
Zero.
talking about paying for the shop that you're working in, your insurance. You're not talking about any of that.
Exactly. So it was a large operation, very interesting. We had back in the day around, in average, 20 jobs per month.
Oh wow.
But 20 jobs means each job, doors, windows, stair railings, balconies, maybe a spiral staircase on the back, and miscellaneous steel. So coordination had to be a must, and I apply logistics at the shop. And that's what really, really shaped the shop to be able to deliver
Right.
where we were promising.
So that is like when I was talking in the beginning, everybody on your team had to understand exactly what their role was, what their function was, and how they did it, right?
Oh man, that was, a matter of very deep education. Because all these people that came to work for me, very good blacksmiths. But on Fridays, after the paycheck was in their wallet, you didn't know they were coming back on Monday,
Right.
maybe Tuesday. So that was a problem.
Right.
So what I did is that I started business administration lessons for them each Monday,
Okay.
and on Friday, manners and good behavior.
Okay.
So basically, I understood that they didn't know better.
Right.
So I had to educate them. Because if the guy that I was sending to make a template messed up the template, the end result was a mess up.
Right.
or in the guy bought the template, and then the blacksmith started working
Right.
and lost the design,
Right.
toasted.
So you were just teaching them to take pride not only in themselves and their work, but into the company that you were building.
Correct.
That was the whole thing, right?
And on their lives.
Yeah, right.
So I did one move that was really difficult for them.
Uh-huh.
But at the time, I was the guy paying the highest wages.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped paying on Fridays, and I started paying on Mondays.
Uh-huh.
And that changed the whole thing.
You can go, yeah, no, thank God it's Friday. We want to make sure, thank God it's Monday. I got what I needed out of me in the work, so I showed up at work on Monday to get paid.
Exactly. And not only that, the majority, well, not the majority of them, but some of them were coming on Mondays. Hey, boss, I need a loan.
Uh-huh.
What did you do with the money?
Uh-huh.
You know, why are you asking me for a loan?
Yeah. You just worked. I just paid you for the work you just did. Where did it all go between Friday and now?
Exactly.
And even if you're paying the highest wages, but it's really amazing that as business owners, and I've been hitting this up with a lot of my clients right now, is teaching their teams the core values of the company, what we believe in, why we believe in it, and why you got to take that home and even live it.
Correct.
It's you need to live that pride. You need to be the part of that. I got one client, River Oaks Rug Cleaners, and me and the owner Jason, we're talking about they want everybody to understand that we're part of River Oaks.
Yeah.
No matter what we do, whether we come in and just, it's not we're just cleaning carpets.
No. It's way more.
We're supplying a top shelf service to some of the most beautiful homes in the area.
Correct.
And that's where you really got to take pride in everything you do, right?
It's the only way to succeed.
Yeah, that's where I think it goes back to. Was it Ritz-Carlton? They used to their motto was "Ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen." And that's the thing that we need to do. So we need to get out of here and go to break. You're giving me this look. Okay, I see how it is. So we got to get back. We're going to come back. I love where we started here, Juan. I want to come back and start talking when we come back. I want to talk about clients and how you find clients, who your clients are. And let's go into this and how that has changed as your business gone. So this is Mike Rager, your business guy who teach your business to fish. We're with Juan. Say your last name way cooler than I do.
Espíndola.
No, you said it cooler before. You threw that accent in there. You give me Espíndola now, but when I give it to you.
Espíndola.
There he goes. There he goes. All right, we'll be back in just a minute.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, this is Alberto Tudela. The Houston metro area has experienced a substantial increase of wind and hail damage, flooding, and other perils in the last 5 years. Now more than ever, it is critical and essential to ensure your company, your property, as well as your family have the right insurance coverage. Tudela Insurance Solutions offers a wide variety of insurance for home, auto, property, as well as life insurance. My goal is to find a tailored option that guarantees the right coverage at the right price, specific to your needs, present and future, so you protect what matters the most. Call me today at 713-714-4475 and allow our team at Tudela Insurance Solutions to make sure you're protected. Accidents never happen when we expect them. Now is the time to ensure you have peace of mind.
Hi, I'm Sandra Mendez-Hassan, Executive Business Advisor, Key Business Strategist, and Management Specialist with Extraordinary HCBI. I work with business owners and executives to help them achieve their goals, implementing the right strategy and developing leaders that turn their dreams into reality. Do you have a business idea and need to know how to launch it? Based on your vision, do you have the criteria or entrepreneurial mindset to achieve your goals? Do you have what it takes to motivate your team so they can be more proactive and productive? Would you like to learn how to get more clients and close more businesses? At Extraordinary HCBI, we take businesses to the next level by providing them with resources, counseling, and implementing strategies that works because we want your business to thrive. We also assist businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on the initial steps of their business plan development, creating financial projections and guiding them on how to create a financial package that will work for their business. Because your success is our success, take a decisive step today and call me at 832-660-4291 and let Extraordinary HCBI turn your dreams into reality.
Hey, this is Michael Rager, your business guy, and I'm back with my buddy Juan. All right, if you guys are not watching us on Facebook Live right now, you know, I'm live on my Teach Your Business to Fish Facebook. You get to hear some of the behind-the-scenes stuff because, like, we can't curse and stuff on the air, so, you know, we get to do that behind the scenes and talk about the really good stuff. So, Juan, okay, we were talking about you took this company from 2004, 5 employees to now you got 35 employees. You got 25,000 square feet. You were telling me about some expansion you're looking to do. Let's talk about the expansion first, and then I'll come back and ask you about the question. So tell me about what you're looking to do. What's the end game of this company? Because it sounds like, you know, adding some additional services. I mean, even bigger commercial, industrial. What happens there, and how do you end up figuring that out?
Okay, so for the past, I would say, 6 years, we've been approached by commercial builders,
Right.
developers, and industrial people, especially in oil and gas, asking us to manufacture certain different things.
Okay.
My shop layout is not for that, but we have improved, so we were able to manufacture certain things like, for example, jackets that goes on offshore platforms.
Right.
Those are enormous. At that point, I certified my welders D1.1. In other words, we passing inspections. No bubble airs, nothing.
Right.
So now is the time for Iron Top Designs to make the next move. So we are in the process of acquiring right now a commercial manufacturing company.
Okay.
Located here in Houston. They have a setup perfectly for what I want, CNC machines.
Is it going to be new fabrication you're doing? Because you're moving from something that's very artistic right now to something that's not artistic.
Correct.
But massive.
Correct. What I want to do is to combine the three markets.
Okay.
Residential, commercial, and industrial.
So you're going to have essentially three pillars to your company.
Exactly.
And
Three pillars.
each is going to have different customers that we're going to come and talk about next, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
And the other one is a corporation northern the Woodlands, Texas.
Right.
That has a very important setup to attend the oil and gas industry.
Right.
Now, back in 2016, I certified myself as a corrosion specialist with Cortec, which is basically the world leader in corrosion prevention and mitigation. We are just a few here in Texas, certified by them. So that gives me another competitive advantage to get into oil and gas.
Okay. Yeah, I know a guy. The guy Blaine Solik. He owns a place called Solik Metal Works. They're down in down in the Freeport area. I think Clute. They're down in Clute, and they do fabrication, but it's like emergency fabrication.
I got
if
you.
something's broke, we need it fixed, and we don't want to ship it all the way across the world.
Correct.
They're doing some quick stuff. So, are you guys going to be doing emergency fab like that, or are you going to be doing brand new fabrications?
Usually it's brand new, but Mike, in my experience, I always have an emergency team,
Right.
that I call it.
Okay.
Because clients, I mean, something can happen anytime.
Right.
And you can say yes or you can say no.
Right.
I prefer to be prepared to say yes.
Yeah.
So there's always a team ready
Right.
to address a client's emergency.
Okay, well, let's talk about this because you're going to have two new lines, and we were talking about this in the break. So when we're looking now on the residential side, the homeowner's really not your client, is it?
I would say that 40%.
40%.
Yeah.
But you're getting referred in by your designers and builders.
Correct.
And stuff like that. So when you're doing your marketing and you're doing your stuff, you're really in this part of the business, you're marketing to designers and builders that will then, they're essentially acting as your sales team.
That's correct.
So to speak.
That's
But
correct.
The homeowner itself is actually, they're getting the product.
They're getting the final product, yeah.
And they're getting the service, but without this team approach, again, you want to work with the top quality people to help you into the top quality places.
That's correct. So, for example, right now, I'm working with, in my opinion, is one of the top interior designers in Houston. Her name is Nicole Bailey. She's a young lady, extremely intelligent, and with an eye for design that I haven't seen.
Right.
With her, she's designing things that the common denominator interior designer cannot see.
Right.
Or maybe they don't want to make the step because they want to be always right. So
Right,
they are
right.
neutral.
Right.
Nicole is completely outside the box.
Yeah.
With her, you can expect whatever. She's very, very particular in timing and, of course, craftsmanship. But we have, we started working maybe around 8 months ago, and the journey with her has been incredible. I work with other interior designers, really good also, builders, as you said,
Right.
and the homeowners usually is word of mouth,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, so I got a client right now, a guy, Win Walker, owns a company called the Win Walker Group, and he specializes in high-end, let's say, smart homes. He says MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. I mean, he's doing these massive, lighting systems and things that, highlight what you build. So the artwork you build, he's putting together a lighting system and stuff to make it look the best and stuff like this. It's really amazing. I get to find out more of that, and the guys at River Oaks. That's River Oaks Rug Cleaners. They put in these rugs that are like $200 a square yard in these houses.
Correct.
You've got to be, like you said, you got to be an expert craft person
Yes, to be there.
to do this.
Correct. Look, speaking about lighting, I am the only shop in town, for example, where we insert LEDs in the handrails on the stair railings.
Right.
So actually, we create a spectrum of light coming from the metal down,
Nice.
not on a riser, not on a wall.
Right.
So it changes the dynamics on the look.
On the way things look.
Yeah.
So when you start now switching, you're going to go to this commercial and this industrial. You're going to need 3 marketing messages now, right? I mean,
That's correct.
Things are really going to change for you is how you start looking at that.
Completely.
And going for it. I see it all the time. One of the big things I see about marketing is clients. It's too much about me, the company, and it's not enough about how I solve my clients' problems. So, we were talking about that in the break, and that's something I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you. So who else do you feel as you grow that you're going to have to start bringing into your fold to make this vision of yours a success?
So I have right now my VP of Business Development, Leland Jordan, a very interesting gentleman that is very connected with the oil and gas industry. Leland is going to be, the leader for that portion of the corporation,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
In the commercial side, I'm interviewing right now 2 gentlemen and 1 lady with a lot of experience in this arena and credibility,
Right.
which is the other
huge. It's
part of the, yeah, when they make a phone call, somebody answers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So those are going to be the heads of the new operation. On the residential side, I already have one of my guys that started with me since 2004.
Okay.
So he knows the ins and the outs and my vision, which is the most important part of here, you know?
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to be overseeing everything.
Yeah.
This is a business that I love, a market that I love. To be able to transform a piece of metal into a piece of art or into a piece of whatever is needed, that's enchanted.
Yeah, you get the job done.
It's get the job done.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's awesome because it's so hard to get employees to see in your vision and stuff like that. It's one of the things that I do with my clients. I have them do something called the charted course, and I like to give credit where credit's due. Is I teach R&D, rip off and deploy, not research and development. And I stole this from a guy, Cameron Harold, and he knows I stole it. And I just give him credit as often as I do. But what he says is, I have my clients do this exercise. You get into a time machine, and 3 years from now, you get out of it. What does my company look like? How many employees do I have? Where are we located? And once you get that vision of what you want, it's so much easier to bring people in to help you get there.
that's correct. Because, I mean, what you're talking is about faith.
Yeah.
In other words, because faith for me, besides, of course, the definition that the Bible gave us, it's like a movie 3 years down the road.
Yeah.
And you're the actor.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Now, when that vision is done, you need to put it in writing.
Oh, yeah.
Because if not, it's not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I give my clients a thing. They got a template. They put it together. It goes in writing. When I did mine, I'll actually send you a copy of mine so you can see what I wrote it last year. I'll update it again this year. But I actually hired a writer to take my vision and write it better than I did.
Oh, wow.
So go make my vision and make it better. I hired a photographer that we did some photos and we put it together. It's a little 3-page document. And when I start working with somebody, whether a joint venture partner or, even my clients, and say, here's what I'm building. Do you want to be a part of it? And how can you be a part of it? Because a part of it sometimes means I'm helping you get to where you want to get to.
Correct.
And going from there. And hey, it's great if I happen to get paid. I love that part as well. But it's growing and having that vision. How do you share that? You talked about some of the sharing you do with the training with your team. How else do you help them see your vision?
So I changed right now my business model with my people. Basically, at this point, I am contracting them to do the job.
Right.
Okay. Now, this comes into two different ways. The first one, now they are compromised to finish what they started in a period of time. But if they finish before, they are entitled to a bonus.
Bonus. Yep.
Correct. So that has changed also the dynamic of my company tremendously. The other portion is that I opened a percentage of my company for junior partners, if you will.
Okay.
And who will be my junior partners? They will be the people that have been working for me for years. So, as an example, in this new transition, this young gentleman that started working with me back in 2004, I already promised him, a percentage of the company.
Right.
So he is now extremely excited and ready to go.
Right.
Because now it's also his.
Yeah. Well, I had a mentor of mine, a guy named Art Saxby, and Art's, man, God, what's the name of his company? Jesus, it should be right on the tip of my tongue. But they do high-end marketing. They provide chief marketing officers for big companies.
Oh, wow.
And when he built the company, he told me, he said, Mike, I want my team to have a potential ownership stake in it because we know that they're going to love it even more. And he built a way for them to make more money and to get into ownership of the company. And he shared it with me. It was really, really cool how he did it. But he also said, he goes, I'm like the 5th or 6th highest paid guy in my company. My salespeople are making way more money than I am.
Correct.
And because I've seen it all the time. I came from corporate America, and we had managers that would get mad that sales guys were making more money. And he's like, look, Mike, I'm going to make my money when I sell this company. And I do have a plan to sell it someday.
Correct.
And that's where I'm going to make that money.
Correct.
I want everybody making a buttload of money.
Well, that's a wise man, because think about this, Mike. Your sales force, I wouldn't say is the most important portion of the operation, because every portion is important. But they are the ones that feeds the corporation.
Yeah.
Now, right now, I have freelance salespeople for me, which that is going to kind of change a little bit once all these acquisitions are in place. But I used to have a lady that I was cutting, $10,000 checks per month for her. I mean, why not?
Why not? Because you were making $100,000.
She was bringing, $500,000.
Yeah.
So why not?
Why not? It does.
Let them make the money.
It's people need to make money, and if you bring people in that do great things in your company, you reward them well. It's. I always believe that we never get rid of our best people. Our goal as a business owner is to keep our best people.
Correct.
And then always bring in more great people.
And never have a key man.
Yeah.
Never. You are the key man as the owner.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. It's just the way we build it. What do we got, John? 2 minutes left? 3 minutes. Okay. So we can talk a little bit more on this subject. But it's really interesting here as we build, because what you just said is sales isn't always they've got an important role, because when we go into businesses, we teach them 6 things: strategy, long and short term, of course, sales and marketing, operations. Because operations is where you key to make profit.
Exactly. That's the bottom line.
Where you make profit.
Or lose.
Yeah, exactly. Then we look at finance. It's amazing at how many business owners can't read a P&L statement. They don't know what's going on. Then we look at systems and technology. How do we bring in things to make operations better? And then the last thing we look at is people. How do we train our people to be better people?
Correct.
And it just sounds like you're following a lot of those things right there. And the more of those things you get in. So what's the long-term vision of the company? Are you going to grow this thing and sell it in 5-10 years, or what happens?
It is manufactured, if you will, to be sold.
Right.
What is the biggest advantage there? That if you do that with your company, you make sure that the 6 aspects that you just mentioned are in place and well done.
Yep.
At that point, 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the road, doesn't matter. If you want to sell it, it's ready.
It's ready to
But
sell.
if you do not want to, it's a very strong corporation.
It's we were talking about this last week. We had a business broker and an attorney on that specialize in selling businesses. And we know that 97% of businesses, when they sell, they're not selling because they want to. Something forced a sale.
Correct.
And now we got to do it. And if you build it to become a sellable asset at any time, you're going to get top dollar.
Yeah, that's the idea.
It's we don't have time if something happens to go put lipstick on the pig.
No.
As we say, we can't fix it. Let's just build a great thing to start with, and then move from there.
That's exactly the mission or the vision.
Yeah, that's when I work with my clients. That's what I push them there. I have them. There's a book out called Built to Sell, and I have them read that book and say, "Look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build this thing to have a sellable asset. It doesn't mean you have to sell it. Doesn't mean you have to.
No.
But if it's a sellable asset, because you just may wake up one day and say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Or maybe somebody comes to you and said, "Look, your operation looks really good.
Really good.
How about if we talk?"
Yep. And now you're talking top dollar.
Now you're talking top dollars.
Top dollar. All right, man. So we're going away right now, Jonathan. All right, so this is Michael Rager. I'm with Juan. Say it again, man.
Espíndola.
There he goes. He's throwing an accent in there right now. We'll be back to you guys in just a minute.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, this is Scarlett Horton. You may remember me from the morning news. We know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming, and if not done right, a painting project can easily go over your budget. At CertaPro Painters of Central Houston, our professionals will ensure your residential or commercial painting projects run smoothly and are convenient for your schedule, leaving you time for what matters most. CertaPro of Central Houston has been serving the Houston metro area for more than a decade and has a solid reputation. You can read reviews from our clients and see examples of our work on our social media pages, letters of recommendation, website, and Google reviews. Additionally, at CertaPro Painters of Central Houston, we warranty our work for 2 years. We offer free color consultation. We do residential and commercial jobs, interior and exterior, and we are licensed and insured. Not to mention, we are experts in painting cabinets. CertaPro is the largest painting contractor in the USA. Our crews are not only qualified and skilled painters, they are the best at what they do, and we are always on time. Let our experts at CertaPro of Central Houston transform your home and business. Our proven process gives you more time to enjoy moments that matter in the spaces you love. Alfredo, Mallory, and John are experienced professionals who will work with you every step of the way to ensure a flawless finish. Call us today at 713-824-5166 and let CertaPro of Central Houston handle with ease, efficiency, and high professionalism your next residential and commercial painting project, because the world needs color.
Hi, this is Alberto Tudela. The Houston metro area has experienced a substantial increase of wind and hail damage, flooding, and other perils in the last 5 years. Now more than ever, it is critical and essential to ensure your company, your property, as well as your family have the right insurance coverage. Tudela Insurance Solutions offers a wide variety of insurance for home, auto, property, as well as life insurance. My goal is to find a tailored option that guarantees the right coverage at the right price, specific to your needs, present and future, so you protect what matters the most. Call me today at 713-714-4475 and allow our team at Tudela Insurance Solutions to make sure you're protected. Accidents never happen when we expect them. Now is the time to ensure you have peace of mind.
Hey, this is your business guide, Michael Rager, and we're back with Juan. Man, you guys got to watch this on Facebook Live when we do this, because you get to hear about the really cool stuff that we don't get to hear. So, Juan, we're going to talk a little bit about we got in the business to have fun.
Correct.
And so you did some interesting things before you started playing with metal. Tell us a little bit about your guitar playing and all the stuff you used to do.
Well, when I came to America back in 2000, my salary was not enough. Mm-hmm. So, but I started playing music when I was 6 years old. So by that time, I'm basically a rhythm guitarist.
Okay.
And I play many different type of rhythms,
right,
if you will. So anyways, I started finding gigs. And afterwards, I put together a band. We did, for example, the LULAC convention here in Houston.
Okay.
We did the private concert for the Astros.
Okay.
Tommy Bahamas in the Woodlands.
Okay.
I've done different concerts around the USA.
Right.
Bernhard Winery, for example, with a very well response.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you what is one of the blessings that I have had in life. Well, among all of these ones, of course. I was chosen to perform for Stephen Hawking.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Stephen Hawking used to come to Montgomery, Texas,
Okay.
every year with around 50 to 100 different scientists to get together and talk about their things, imagine.
Right. Okay.
And he asked for a Latino performer, and I was chosen. So the most interesting thing of it is he sent one of his nurses to ask me if I knew a song called En mi viejo San Juan. It's from Puerto Rico. I thought, well, I know it, so we were going to play it with the band. And she said, no, Dr. Hawkins wants you to serenade him. So I stepped down, and actually, I was less than 3 feet away from him, and I serenaded him.
Nice. Yeah, those of you guys need to see it. He showed me a picture in the break of him and Stephen Hawking, and he's sitting there singing to him. And you told me you got the only autographed guitar by Stephen Hawking in the world, right?
That's correct. His fingerprint is there.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's kind of a cool thing, just the thing you get to learn about people when you get to sit down and talk with them. So if you guys want to do stuff, Juan and I, we're going to be tomorrow. What is it, Butler House?
The Butler House.
The Butler House up in Spring. There's an event. One of our friends, Austin and Clint, they've got an oil and gas networking thing. We're going to be out there drinking whiskey and smoking cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Telling stories and lying and BSing.
That's what we love to do.
That's kind of what we need to do, and it's fun. So if you're around, you do anything in the oil and gas business, you want to drive up tomorrow to the Butler House, ping me here. We'll give you the directions. I think it's like $20, $25 or something like it, isn't it?
Something like
that. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. It's a tax write-off.
But it's there's a bunch of interesting people attending that meeting. So
there is. I mean, some of them you've seen here on the show. We had Clint Aiken, who owns Accumulated Interests, marketing company, doing a lot of stuff in the oil and gas industry. We had Laura Statler. She's the vice president of Hydroco. I think we're having her partner on at Hydroco in the next couple of weeks to start talking about some of these bigger things that are going on in the world. But it's really is. It's just people getting together talking business.
Correct.
And that's it. So tell us a little bit about what Juan does for fun besides building beautiful staircases.
Oh man, I'm a legend in my own mind.
Your own mind, yeah.
Playing golf.
I've heard some of it.
Playing golf. I love to try. That's one of the things that I do whenever I can. The other one actually is spending time with my wife and my kids, even though my kids now are grown up. But I love to FaceTime with them, the ones that are not in.
Now, you're still family. Now, you're from
Colombia.
Colombia, that's what I thought, because you're from Colombia. I've been looking at some really cool places to go fishing in Colombia.
Oh, man.
But how long... Do you still have a lot of your family in Colombia, or are most of them here in the States?
No, just my brother.
Just your brother?
Just my brother over there, and my daughter.
Okay, yeah.
She married a Colombian gentleman, so she moved back.
Okay. Yeah, my brother's ex-wife's from Colombia, so I know a little bit about the culture. How often do you get back? Do you go back home?
I try minimum once a year.
Okay.
But my wife, like 6 times a year.
What's she doing there without you, man?
I don't want to know.
So if you were what do we got here, about 4 or 5 minutes. If you were to give any business owner that's starting up a piece of advice, what would you tell them?
First, if you don't have it clear, don't move, because you're going to fail. Second, especially in such a competitive markets that we are right now, if you don't have money for a marketing plan, don't do it.
Right.
Because it's going to cost you blood. You may succeed, but there's a strong chance that you won't. Doesn't matter how good you are. Third is surround yourself with winners all the time.
Yep.
And fourth, prove your character to everybody.
There you go.
What you need in life is somebody else talking about your character, not you talking about yourself.
Yeah. There's nothing like, I remember when I was dating at the time, women would tell me that they're classy. If you had to tell me you're classy, I'm pretty sure you weren't.
Explain.
And
Can you please elaborate?
Yeah, exactly. And number 5 is hire a business coach. But I'm just pitching myself. But it is. It's our friend Austin brought us together. You've got a whole bunch of other things because I didn't even know. I knew you from doing some other stuff. You got other things that are going on. Today we really wanted to talk about this, but you're just a total entrepreneur at heart, right? You're the idea guy.
Yeah, I love it. So back in 2007, this guy came to me with a very powerful disinfectant. I was not in the disinfectant business, but I know him, and he needed some money, so I kind of, help him.
Right.
I sent this sample, and the lab came back and say, "Wow, what do you have there?" We've been working with the same active ingredient for 25 years and never seen it so powerful. How? Anyways, that opened my eye. So we started developing products. The first product that I developed, it's a water cleanser, 100% organic. With one drop, you can cleanse 16 ounces of fresh water and make it potable in 1 minute.
Wow.
From there, we went into wounds, burns, especially addressing animals, fungus in the hooves. So basically, this is an antibacterial.
Okay.
Now, when the pandemic showed up, I opened another business called Vichy, the solution, where we manufacture the only 2-in-1 disinfection station.
Okay.
That's nobody else has it. Basically, you step into this machine, and it'll disinfect your shoes and your hands. You've seen it.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Yep. And your gadgets, if you want to.
Right.
And we created a disinfectant, 100% certified organic, that meets all the protocols of the N list of the EPA for coronavirus.
Nice.
It is so powerful that we don't even need to register the product.
Okay.
Because we are using everything accordingly to the N list, EPA N list.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's it's. I think as entrepreneurs, we just get so many ideas bouncing around in our head.
I know.
I think that's our problem, right?
No,
So many good ideas.
Do you want to know the last one? So I developed with my lab in Guatemala. We developed a gummy, 100% organic, for him and her to incentivize the libido.
Okay.
But it's not like Viagra for man. No, actually, it works in your mind and in your body really well.
Oh, that's funny. I fish with this guy in Costa Rica.
I'm gonna bring you some samples tomorrow.
Okay, there we go. Bring some samples of that. I fished with this guy in Guatemala, and Jonathan told me I got to wrap it up. And he makes mold craft lures. They're marlin fishing lures. But his injection molding technique is the same thing to make adult sex toys.
Oh, really?
he's like, I would come into Guatemala, and he had 2 suitcases, one full of fishing lures and one full of rubber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said it was as funny as heck when he seen those coming in. But man, Juan, thank you so much for stepping in with us today. Again, if you guys are going to be around the Butler House, you're up in Spring tomorrow, you want to come meet us both, have a drink. We're going to be smoking cigars. We're going to be talking business and all that stuff. Do that.